So I just want to close this out and make a short summary. I think the fact that we are coming here in 250 people plus this year, and we're discussing high and low. We're discussing the business case for automation, and Colin took us through a number of things to consider to really start out right and think about the top line, going down into very nitty-gritty details of how to best solve for brownfield implementation, and a lot of best practice discussion at least, and considering different aspects of the implementation that are both technical and non-technical. I think that's a great value of gathering this group together. I also think it's a fact now that we are, or it's a great sign of maturity for both network automation in general and NSO as a product in particular, that we now have sort of a balanced discussion. Yeah, it's not great, it's not something you just turn on and then it's going to work. There are a lot of things to consider to make the big changes that we also see are possible to achieve with network automation and NSO, right? So I'm very happy with the conference, and I'm happy also to see the results of the first 3 questions of the Menti questions we had, right? So I'm not going to dwell upon this. I am concluding that we will do this next year again, and welcome you all back next year. Before we close, I want to thank everyone who has contributed to this. So let's give all the presenters, and especially the ones from the partners and the customers coming here, sharing their experiences, sharing their weaknesses and their problems. So let's give all of them a round of applause. Thank you. And then I want to thank 2 people who have worked very hard with this conference. Niklas and Jan, could you please come up here? For those of you who have been together with Tailaf Cisco for a long time, you know that we had a head of marketing called Renee, and she was the driving force behind the first developer days together with Jan. And unfortunately, she left the company about a year ago. And then we said, okay, how's this going to work now? Who's going to take over and drive those parts of the conference? But I'm very happy to say that, Niklas, you have mastered that really well. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. Really good. Right. Thanks. With that, I leave you with some time for unconferencing or fika or whatever you want to do. Now there are labs at the office, right? Starting at 3 p.m.? Yes. 3 p.m. And meet the engineer. And the office, do they know where to go?
We will go together. 10 minutes.
So we will leave from the lobby in 10 minutes, walk together up to the office a couple of blocks away. Thank you very much.